All right, let's go ahead and get started this afternoon. For those who don't know me, I am Reverend Janet Callahan. I am the founder of Spiral Moon Family Circle. We are an eclectic pagan group based out of Troy, Michigan. We try to have lots of virtual and hybrid options for many of our events, though, so that they're more accessible and so that you can participate from anywhere if you can't find a group near you that has these sorts of things available. So let's get started. Today we're talking about youth programming. The first thing that I'm going to share about is our youth group. Our youth group is called Sprites and Sparks. This started out as just what we were doing with our own children, but we want good quality, family-friendly, pagan-focused events for our kids so that all pagan kids will know other pagan kids and have opportunities to interact with others whose families share similar beliefs. So as a youth group, we do some fun things, some learning things, sort of a mix. And one of my big things, many years ago, I was the director of Spiral Scouts International. And one of my big complaints about Spiral Scouts is how very expensive it's gotten to run a group. For us to run a group just for my two children was going to be like $100, and that seemed excessive to me. So what we're offering is a youth group that's a little less formalized. We don't dictate what you could or couldn't do. That's really up to the family or families in your group to decide. What we do offer is a support system for families. We provide one set of suggested activities per month, but if you want to do something else, that's fine. If you want to meet every week, that's fine. If you want to go do something completely separate, that's fine. Or if you just want to do what we're suggesting, that's fine too. No uniforms, no handbooks, very low fees, just a chance to get together and share the workload of planning events because it's a lot, right? Parents already have a lot on their plates, and to plan something for a group of kids on top of that is sometimes a lot of work. So our membership fee is $10 per household, and we also offer an option for $100 for a year for a whole group of households. Registration gets you an invitation to our parent leaders group, which is on our website, spiralmoon.org. We can brainstorm together, talk about issues and problems, and create fixes or whatever. Brainstorm places to go, things to do. You can create networks of families that are looking for similar projects, even if they live somewhere else. If you want to join us, that's fine too. If you're a supporting member of Spiral Moon, you get it for free. Everybody else has dues, but you don't have to be a Spiral Moon member to participate. And the dues just help us cover the expenses of providing supplies. So the other thing that we want to do, because we're offering this to a wide variety of people in a wide variety of places, is that we will be scheduling like 1 or 2 a month online meetings. And I use the term meeting loosely here. But chances for kids to get together, participate with each other, get to know other kids from other places, and make their own friendships that way, but also get to know who else is interested in the same things they're interested in. Maybe that's an interest that several kids share, that you're all going to go to the same pagan festival this summer and you can all meet up and do something. Maybe it's playing something like Roblox or Minecraft online together. Any of those things are possible. We do ask that families use some basic common sense, and if you're going to be working together as groups, we do encourage you to get together and understand how to best keep kids safe from predators. But because parents are involved in every step of the way, we want, parents to help keep their own kids safe. All right, so next on our list is educational programs, our Moon School. Moon School for kids is not exactly like Sunday School for Christians, nor is it exactly like a year and a day program for an adult. It is, in our minds, seasonal teachings, mythology, basic magical skills, and those sorts of experiences kept at an age-appropriate level and meant to be educational, but educational in the spiritual sense, right? Our program is $10 per class for children whose families are not members. Free for children of supporting members or general members. But again, you can be anywhere for this because we will also offer these virtually and online. We will have recordings of them all so that people can go back and see them if they've missed them, and so on and so forth. It'll be, we'll determine what we're going to do based on what ages are involved. But I foresee us breaking it up into various age groups just so that we can sort of appropriately target what we're teaching to that various age group. One of the things we would like to do is use like the ether patches that Pagan Federation in the UK is creating. They have this lovely series of different themed patches that are really specific spiritual, magical, pagan type teachings. What this is going to look like will really, really, really depend on what the families involved are interested in, because we'll try and target topics that you and your children are most interested in. Finally, there is Spiral Moon Academy. Spiral Moon Academy is our pre-K through 12 schooling program. We are technically a homeschool co-op, although if you've been around homeschooling groups for any length of time, you know that some co-ops out there are basically covering everything. They're schools in everything but name. And that's sort of what we're going for. You can have less involvement from us. You can participate in individual classes or not, just one or two subjects, or you can do the whole thing. We are not focused on a religious-based curriculum at this time because there isn't one. We've looked around. There's nothing that comes even close to a reasonable curriculum. So we're using some online curricula that are well-known, well-tested, meet all state standards for basic subjects: math, reading, English, social studies, science. And then we're going to have electives, including a Friday story circle where we'll talk about mythology and folklore. We'll have some magical themed classes. We'll have some more mainstream electives like art and music. These are also going to depend a little bit on what families are interested in and what families are interested in helping us teach, because this is going to involve some help from families. We do not have financial assistance available, but we do have a fundraising program you can participate in to help offset tuition costs. Once we have a good program up and running, we would like to have families help us with a parent-teacher organization that can help make that happen and make it so that there's a scholarship fund and those sorts of things going on. We do not have a really set schedule for this. We want to leave you with some flexibility. That's what virtual school is great at. And that will give you the ability to shift your schedule around to meet what you need. If your kid wants to stay up and do homework from 10 to midnight, that's fine. Or from midnight to 2 a.m., that's fine too, as long as it's fine with you. But many of the classes will be sort of self-teaching, and self-correcting online. And then there will be office hours if they need help or if they have questions. And then the electives will be taught mostly live over the internet. We will be looking for teachers and other staff as we go along. Obviously, the more kids we have, the bigger that need is going to be. You can find all of the details about it here at academy.spiralmooneducation.org. This is a tuition-based program, and tuition is going to depend on what level of help you need. If you're going to join the full co-op, there's a $50 registration fee for each student, for the first student, and then $40 for each additional sibling. And then for the whole program, it's $67 a month for preschool, $97 a month for pre-K, $400 for K through 5, $5 for 6 through 8, and for 9 through 12. We're going to have some also after-school clubs that will be less formalized, but we will need to be able to pay adults to help supervise those. So there's going to be an activity fee for those. And families will have to provide their computer, their internet access, and that sort of basic school supplies. We will also have openings in our co-op just for the co-op, same registration fee, and then you'll just pay per class for whichever classes you want to participate in. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. The last thing I want to mention about Spiral Moon Academy is we don't have a dedicated special ed department. What we do have is a lot of experience teaching special ed kids. So we will work with you, but I promise you we are not experts yet, and it'll take us some time to get there. I don't know if we can help every family or not, but we are willing to try. If you're willing to work with us, we are currently homeschooling my 2 autistic children, one of whom is non-speaking. And so we are used to dealing with some pretty intense needs, educationally speaking. So we at least have that background to start from. And we'll work with you to figure out what the right options are for your family. All right, well, if there are questions, please reach out to me on any of these programs. We would like to get our youth group back up and running after the first of the year, if we have enough people to make a go of it. And if you think you're interested, go over to academy.spiralmoon.org, and at the bottom of every page, there's a way to make an appointment. The appointments will send you a Zoom link, or at least they should send you a Zoom link. If they don't, let me know, and I will go figure out what went wrong. But they should send you a Zoom link so you and I can talk personally about what programs you want to be involved in and what your needs are. All right, thanks for listening.